Hi everyone, welcome back to Day Rinson's 4 again, doing another build video. This is part 4 of building a spa in Sims 4. So I'm doing the final story plus finishing the outside finally. Didn't know what to do for the outside for like ages, but this time I was just like, you know what, let's just do it this way. Not completely happy with it, but I was kind of getting sick of doing this build because it took me like 5 hours now to do, because it was just such a big build. But today the third story is just another part of the hotel. So the first floor is the spa, second floor is hotel, third floor is also part of the hotel, plus the staff room, because I wanted somewhere for the staff to go. It is a bit unconventional, I guess, being on the third floor, but it was the only real place I could put it, so I just thought, let's stick a staff room here, because at least there's somewhere for the staff to go. But basically, yeah, it's very similar to the second floor. There is a big empty space behind these rooms that I could have made into more of the hotel, but I decided just to leave it empty because I didn't feel like making it another whole thing. I could have made it more spa, I guess, but I decided just to leave it and just go for 3 rooms over here, and they are a bit bigger than the second floor hotel because there was just more space. I ended up I was able to fit 2 beds into one of the rooms. These would just because I felt like maybe there could be at least one room where there's more than one bed, but only one, I guess. But yeah, they're very similar layout, same beds, just all different color schemes. I felt like doing a similar layout for all of them, but different color schemes, just to give them all a bit of a little something to them, I guess, just so they weren't all the same, because I've already done a motel in The Sims 4, and I did just keep it all basically very similar layouts, and colour schemes. They were slightly all different, but yeah, I just felt like doing a different colour scheme basically for all of these. But yeah, so I basically, this one that I'm doing now, I could have probably made into another 2 bed, but I decided to make it more like luxurious than the rest, I guess. Got like a nice big seat chair in there this time and all that stuff because I had so much room. But again, same wardrobe and everything, nothing changes there. And the bathrooms are a bit bigger than the second story because again had more room, so it's not 4 tiles this time, I think it's 8. So yeah, they could make it a bit nicer for these stories, I guess. Probably the guests would pay a bit more for these rooms, I'm assuming, but I mean, it is The Sims 4, so it doesn't really matter. But that's basically the bedrooms. I use the same wallpaper as I did on the second story and flooring because I had to kind of keep it as the same. Like, why would if it's the same hotel, why would it have a different wallpaper, you know? So kept the same sort of theme. There was a big empty space though that I didn't really know what to use. I could have made it into another bedroom, but I decided that I wanted to have something on the story as well, so it wasn't just rooms, because there is a staff room up here, you know, and I had this big empty space. I decided to put a bar on this floor, just for these guests, again, because you're probably paying a bit more for this room. I felt it just made sense to give them something extra for this floor. So I do have a little bar. I was going to put a fountain in there, but it didn't work. So I have waterfalls on the wall, and then the bar in front of it, just to continue with that spa theme. So and it is the spa day again bar. This build was originally meant to be just spa day and base game, but when I got to the hotel part, I just wanted to make it as cute as possible, so I ended up ditching the rule. But the downstairs is all spa day and base game, so but yeah, just doing the bar now. Nothing too fancy about it, it's just a spa day bar with the spa day chairs and then a little light lotus flower underneath, but that's it. And then I did the little like hallway bit where I've got just some chairs, a chair to sit on, with some bamboo to again give it so it's still connected to the rest of the build. Just because I didn't want the hotel to feel completely away from it, because obviously the second story has, if you watch the other parts, has the changing rooms for the spa on it, so the people who aren't staying at the hotel also have to go up there to do the changing rooms part to get changed and everything, so you know, that's why I wanted to make sure it was all connected. For the staff room, I just give a little kitchen. There is a kitchen on the bottom floor for, I don't really know why, but I was didn't know what to put in the spa, so I put a kitchen because I saw the Sims for the spa rooms, preset rooms, they had a kitchen, so hence why I brought it into that. And then for this one, I just gave them, it is a spa day kitchen as well for this staff room, and it's all blue and white to kind of keep in with the theme of the rest of the build. And it's all just spa day and get to work in the staff room. I felt like putting get to work made sense because it's get to work, so that's why the couches and the desk and the chairs and computer all get to work and stuff. And then just adding a bit more decorations to the rest of the build to make it very pretty. I didn't know what to put on the second floor. It was like I had some empty space, but I also didn't want to make it too crowded, so I ended up putting a lot of plants to fill up that space, because it just made sense to me to have, because what else do you put in there kind of thing. Like plants is like the best option, I would say, for when you're, for me personally, when I'm trying to figure out what to put somewhere, is let's just put tons of greenery around. So I do put a little fish pond as well, because I felt like it needed something a bit bigger than that table there. So, but I was gonna put the like viewing, I don't really actually know what it is, it's just like a map of one of the other worlds, but like it's not like a map, it's like I don't even know what it, but I didn't end up using it anyway. I put a fish tank in there instead, and then just adding more and more decorations to try and make this as I was trying to salvage it, but I couldn't even salvage it. It's not my best work, but the hallway isn't my best work, but yeah. And then I just size up a rug and everything for that, but yeah, just adding more and more decorations to this build. Moving on to the outside now, so I didn't really know what to kind of put in the space. I put some hot tubs in there because it made sense for me. It's a spa, hot tubs, you know, and I already had the pool that's really massive anyway, so I end up just putting down the greenery. It's the best way to fill up the space, and it does end up making it look a lot better. I do add a pond, and the yoga mat's kind of like shaped to the pond anyway, so it ended up actually looking quite alright, with the yoga kind of like worked in with it. So I just have this pond here, and I'd make it like tons of lily pads and stuff in it to make it a bit more like different to the other like pools and stuff in this build, and then again tons of greenery just to fill up the space. I add like a pathway to connect, because there is no entrance this side to get to this part unless you go all around the entire building to get to it, because it's all fenced off. Even the pool's like fenced off to it, so you do have to walk a very long walk to just get to this garden pit. So I do add a pathway, as there's like a pool, like a pond, sorry, when you leave the building, and then you walk down this long path, and then you get to these spas and hot pools, and like fountains and everything. It's just like a big pretty garden that you can also like swim in and stuff, I guess. I do add tons of plants around this hot pool here, because it just looked weird without them personally, so hence why, and because I was adding so many plants anyway, it just made sense to me. And so yeah, I do go over the top with the plants, but it just makes sense to me because it just would have looked weird without having all this greenery in there, and again, like I said, I didn't know what to do with the space, so it just made sense to me to add all of this stuff to it. I do add a little bin as well because it makes sense to me to have a rubbish bin outside, and there isn't many bins in this build anyway, so but yeah, I'm just doing the path now, just adding the same sort of style of path that I had before. Nothing really new about that, and then hiding the more of the build was plants with a tree this time and all of that jazz. But that's about it, so I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. I really enjoyed doing it into parts, so it means I could take more time. I can come back, build, but I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon with another video. Bye!